It's the Lingus show back once again, and we are giving you your rundown for Monday Night Raw. We are on the Creative Control Network as well as the Believe Network. Creative Control by Smoking Joe. Smoking Joe from the Conan Show. You didn't know? Well, now you fucking do. We do a little show every fucking week. We give you the review of Raw. We give you SmackDown. We give you Rampage. We give you Collision. We give you Dynamite. And then on patreon.com/Lingus Mafia, we give you the pay-per-views. That's exclusive for those people. They're paying money. You need to give them something. We also do a bonus show that is My Cavalier Thoughts, where it's a news show and it's opinion on the news. I don't give you any news that like I come up with. It's news that's out there, but I have no fucking idea of what news. So Fausti will send me what's the biggest, hottest stories of the week, and I'll fucking talk about them. That's a bonus show only over there. And there's multiple things on that Patreon. Bonus shows galore, reviewing every fucking Mania.
There's another
Rumble,
weekly show.
Mania.
2 marks, 1 pod, reviewing NXT and Dynamite as well.
Yes, exactly. So tons of stuff for you. All our socials at Lingus Mafia. And away we go. It's Raw time, Fausti Walnuts. By the way,
Raw after the Raw after the SummerSlam. Yes.
A double dip, if you will, Fausti. I wonder if here's a question, first of all, Fausti, before we get into the real show. I was thinking, because I hear Conan and Disco, they talk about shows. Do you think they listen to any podcasts? My thought is Conan doesn't listen to any podcasts.
No.
I don't care what it is. Not like, and I want to know. My thought is, what do you think they actually listen to, if they do? Because I think Disco does.
I don't know if he's listening to full shows, or maybe he's seeing clips on Twitter, so then he knows about people. I don't know.
But I'm wondering if he's listened, like, not just wrestling shows, because I'm sure he's heard us here and there. I don't think he's sitting there going, the Wrestlingus is on. Right. But, like, is he listening to Sword and Scale? Is he listening to, I mean, I think he would listen to something like Nash. You know, because you know the guy, and also that's like, it's a fuck around show. It's not just wrestling.
Maybe that's a question for Gonzalez to ask him.
Who knows? God knows. Drag me into it.
That's because they leave Cav's name out of it, though.
That's a normal fucking question. What podcast do they listen to, if they listen to any at all? Normal ones, especially. I would love to know what they listen to. Because, like, I have my Bears podcast. I have my Mets podcast. I listen to Nash for wrestling. I watch YouTube clips of Cornette. Yeah. I don't listen to the show.
I listen to all Cornette's.
Yeah, you listen to all
3 hours or whatever it is. Sometimes sometimes when he goes like old school stuff and he starts talking about
Mid-South.
Yeah, or sometimes they do guess the program. And Brian will grab like one of his old programs, and he'll give Jim he'll list the matches, and Jim has to guess what territory and what year.
Holy God.
And he's usually pretty close most of the
He's
time.
got the Billy Savant.
Sometimes I like listening to that, but then when he starts talking about it, he'll do shows where he's like, okay, well, here's where I was in 1986. You know, we started off in May and we did this show, and he starts going over the gates, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested in this. I like hearing his opinions. I like him yelling at his gardeners sometimes too. Those stories are funny. Yeah,
I always hear the gardeners. Rhea opens the show, Faust. We didn't see her after her heartbreak right after the show. So now she opens the show. This broad is over, Faust. I think she might be the most over woman that there's been, and which is very odd because of her look. It's not like she's not a Barbie doll that comes out where you would think like Trish, you know, but they are into her. And I
don't know if she's reached peak Becky the Man yet.
I was thinking Becky too. I was like, there's some roars for fucking Becky. I heard Nash say, or was it Cornette? It was one of them. I think it might have been Cornette. The best possible women's wrestler ever when this is done.
Sounds like something Cornette would say.
Yeah, because he said no Mildred Burke or something. You know,
Yeah.
I heard that in there. So.
And we need to enjoy her as long as we can before she goes to Hollywood and starts making movies, which I don't know if I see her making.
I don't know about that either. Yeah, I mean, there's a certain look for that kind of thing too. Much better without all that shit in her face, you know. But speaking of, she's got these earrings that her fucking earlobes are fucking hanging to the floor like my balls. She says, Dominic, you stabbed me in the back, and I'm sure you've heard this before. It just wasn't deep enough. Fantastic. I saw Liv tweeted today. No, it's plenty or something like that. Yeah. I'm like, oh. I'm sure that wife is sitting there tapping her foot. I just got married. You notice it is Eskimo kiss instead.
Oh yeah. They did the one kiss at SummerSlam.
Sure.
And now it's, you know.
So now it's
you get a
fine.
mustache
Here
tickle.
and there. Here and there you could do when it matters. Otherwise, there's no fucking need. You could Eskimo kiss because she's rubbing his fucking arm. There's a lot of shit that's a lot more like, I bet he's got a heart on, Faust. Don't tell me any fucking different. How could you not? A piece like that, she starts to fucking rub up your arm and that he's behind her and talk about stabbing the back, Faust. Tell me a fucking lie. Liv and Dom show up like in the crowd in the stands up top. This mustache on Dom is some wild. It looks like one of those brown caterpillars that you saw always walking around, you know. It's something else. It's thick. It's not a pencil Mexican mustache. It's a Sancho.
Oh yeah, definitely Sancho mustache.
That's one of those like my father had, where you know, a big Italian guy, and people thought he was Mexican because it was one of those Cheech mustaches. I go, no, it's just not a pencil. Dom tries to talk, and even Rhea tries to help.
Yeah.
I want to hear what this asshole has to say, and they still shit in his mouth. And he's got to barrel through. Dom says, you didn't treat me like a man, followed by Liv lets me eat the tendies all the time and play games.
Yeah, I was forced to call you mommy. She calls me daddy, gets me tendies whenever I want, lets me play video games whenever I want.
Faust, where do we sign up?
And she did something that you could never do. She helped me beat my deadbeat dad.
I was thinking anal, but we know.
I know.
I mean, come on. All those tattoos and piercings, gotta be doing anal, right? I think that's the rule.
We were just talking about the Sarlacc pit on the last episode of the Lingus show.
Rhea says she was proud that you finally were able to do something. And, you know, I didn't want to help you beat your father. I want you to be a man, do it on your own. Liv says, Dom is mine. You have nothing anymore. I took everything. Your judgment, I took that. Dom, I took that. Your title, I took it. I have everything you fucking had now.
And the crowd starts chanting sloppy seconds.
I didn't even notice what the fuck I didn't hear what they said.
That's they said good. That, okay. and then Liv's like, oh, I'll take his sloppy seconds anytime. Or her sloppy seconds anytime. Whatever.
Good Lord. I didn't even notice it was said. I'm too busy typing every damn one because there was a lot in here. It's not like where you go, all right, they talked and she's going to win.
Yeah.
That's usually promos by everybody. Rhea says, it's great that you've been talking so much and, you know, going on like this. Now we know where you are. And they go, what do you mean we, Kimosabi? What are you talking about?
Liv do the slow turn.
And all of a sudden behind them is Priest staring straight ahead.
Towering over them,
which is great because I think they're down a step too. So it looks even better.
Yeah.
And they turn around and there's fucking Priest who gives a fucking punch to Dom, and she runs down the stairs. Rhea fucking runs up to join. Everybody's getting beat up in a concourse, running for their fucking life. I love the cowardly shit where it's, you know, they're doing this and running for their life, talking shit, and then fucking run for your life. They get it. Once Dom is in the ring, Carlito shows up. So then Dom, like, it's about to be the fucking chokeslam time.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. And then Carlito gets in to fucking stop this. So Dom is able.
Which is so convenient that Dom and Carlito and Priest are scheduled for a match next.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, you guys are set. So yeah, Carlito runs in and then we go to a commercial. So now next up, you're going to get Priest and Carlito. So
And during
we
the
now
commercial break,
Go
we
ahead.
get a commercial for Cricket Wireless with Otis and Gable. I think they need to update that commercial.
I did notice that too. I was like, oh, they said the Alpha Academy. All right. Priest versus Carlito. After Priest wins, Faust, because
Right.